feeling all of the things today. I don't even know exactly what I'm about to share or why, but actually I do know why, because not only is this the winter time where we are meant to be in reflection of our past year, we aren't supposed to be in that action-driven masculine energy, which is what the culture has really embedded in ourselves. And right now we're actually being called to reshape what it means to be here and what it means to treat each other with fairness and acceptance. I don't really know where to begin right now, but I guess I'll start with where I'm at right now and what I feel like today, which is it's not that I feel alone. It's just been a huge eye-opening of a year for me. Realizing that my family chooses not to heal and continues to project their wounding on me, as we do, as we're human, right? I never thought that I would be sitting right here right now, having consciously separated from my family and friends and everything I knew. Almost this entire world as I knew it. I walked away from every piece of it. I came out to California for a job interview, and there goes a beautiful fucking owl or crane. Oh my god, look at it. Can you see that? It's so beautiful. My current situation and the state of the world right now is really fucking heavy, and I don't really know where to start. Like I said, I realized that I had spent a lot of time trying to save this in the world because I had saved myself. And I had really done a lot of changing, and it didn't hit me until about last year around this time when I realized how much I had actually changed my mind, my literal mind, and the programming that I was not just conditioned into, indoctrinated in, and that was within my lineage. I was unhappy. It's been about a year of me trying to run away, I guess, if you will, from what the rest of this world wants to accept as our truth, right? I spent the last summer in Maui and volunteered on some farms to learn how to become more self-sustainable and live in communion with nature and Gaia, with the earth. And not only that, I was kind of forced into it right before COVID, after my spiritual awakening, when I didn't know how to deal or cope with the energies that I was feeling, which was for the first time coming online. So I sought out I needed to know what was going on with me, and that's when I discovered everything about alchemy, the heart alchemist, meditation, breath work, I had already started to do Kundalini, and that was already waking me up more than I was prepared to understand. And that's now that I've completely risen up my Kundalini energy up Jacob's ladder, I'm a whole different person, and it's not just in my subconscious, it's to the cellular level. And little did I know that we would be walking into 2024 and the year would be full of ascension coding from our sun, the sun that's in the sky, and the way that it would impact me and also everyone else in this world as well, whether or not we are aware of it. But being conscious of it is a whole nother level, because you're now in a situation, or myself is now in a situation, where I am co-creating with Gaia, and I am co-creating with God and the universe, and that all has to do with what work I have done within myself and for myself to help get a different life planned, or a different life than the one that I was programmed into. And so I started asking those questions after I had been in rehab a couple times and suffering with what some doctors would probably label as mental illness. But what I discovered was the profound truth of what I really am, which is a starseed, and I'm an empath and spiritually gifted, telepathic, and able to absorb negative energies and demolish it within my system and my psyche and purge it back into this world in a loving frequency. As I sit here right now, I am practically homeless. I mean, I obviously have a home in God, right? God is within me and everything else. And I am of this world, and I am with Gaia. But I'm a few days away from Christmas, and I am going to be spending this Christmas for the first time without my family intentionally, and all of my friends, every single person that I've ever known before California. In August, when I came out here on August 13th, right after the 888 portal, I came out here for this job interview, which ended up sending me on my mission, getting me to align with my purpose and trusting my heart and my soul. And I had a feeling in my gut that this man that I was getting this interview from, who was also directing a movie and was also teaching and training me how to embody this role, which was going to be the star role, right? The star role in this movie, right? Well, I got a message right before I could have signed my own death sentence, and was given the choice, obviously, to evacuate the situation, which I did. And all of my stuff was left at that hotel or hostel back in San Diego, and all I had was the $40 that the man gave me after telling his partner that his only job was to get me to the Walmart, which was in Oceanside. So I got off in Oceanside at the train station, and I had no phone and no money, and no one to call. And I had to just trust in my ability at that time to believe that I was protected, and that I would be protected, and that I would remain guided as I had been I don't really know how to share this story, because it's pretty long and it's pretty deep, and it's pretty sad, and it's pretty triggering, and it's pretty lonely. So bear with me as I get this all out, because this is, like I said, the time that we are being asked to look within ourselves and purge out anything that is left unturned, right? Any of those feelings that we sit in.
That was a beautiful.
Any of those feelings that we sit in that are holding us back from our highest timelines. Any, most of all, the ways that we speak to ourselves and each other. To let go of anything that isn't aligned with our heaven on earth, right? Which would be, in my opinion, would be what's in our mind, because we are always connected to spirit, and we are always in spirit, and we so after realizing that this man that I had came all 12 hours to California to do this job interview, after meeting with this man and getting the notification that he had ulterior motives for me. I am a light worker and a grid worker, and I work with the divine, right? Like, literally my job is to work for God. So this man was trying to, there's a group of, let me just start with this. There's a group of secret societies that have been trying to capture and kill, for lack of buttering you up to this truth, but was targeting chosen children or golden children, indigo children, anything, any of the enlightened waves of the I don't even know what you would call it. They were specifically seeking out gifted children and gifted people with the destiny timelines, which sounds bizarre, right? Well, it's the truth, and I had been targeted, and I knew that I had been targeted, and I still went to the interview knowing that I was being targeted and that there was something sinister that I was about to walk into. And knowing that before I got to California was the saving grace, and I can only thank God for that. And it wasn't by accident either, because of what I asked for, which was to be this vessel of God's will to stand for the voiceless and the children, especially the indigenous children. And when I say the voiceless or the children, and I'm also speaking of Gaia's children, creatures of the earth, and inner children, as in myself, who have experienced traumatic tragedies and traumas, complex traumas, constantly since the age of 2 years old. So I had asked for that truth last summer when I had escaped this situation where we were about to be harvested for sex and other things on the island of Maui. And like I said, I narrowly escaped with that, and I spent the last year quarantined with spirit to prepare me for what is going on right now, and what is going to happen, and what is going to come out in media as soon as, I don't know when, but maybe it has a little bit to do with a part of my story that I have to share that involves these secret societies that have been targeting light workers and chosen children since, I mean, probably longer than we even have reports of. So, now, I understand that this all sounds very speculatory, or it even sounds conspiratorial, and it even sounds fucking wacky. Sounds crazy. I sound like a crazy person. I understand that. But what you have all witnessed over this last few months is the truth, even in the Hollywood society, of this very thing. So, I ask you to raise your consciousness, or your understanding in this moment to that of your higher self, and know that everyone has a truth that needs to be heard, and specifically my truth as well has been keeping me suppressed, keeping me held back, and keeping me stuck, because it's such a big truth that I have to speak, that it has taken, and I've had every single fucking thing come at me to try to keep me quiet about this truth. It's killing me. It's literally killing me, and I can't keep it. I can't keep it quiet anymore. So again, please just bear with me. I don't know how one goes about sharing this kind of thing. I don't even know what to say, because there's so much about my life that has been enwrapped in this darkness that has been taking over this world for so long. But I asked for this position. I asked God to show me if this was the truth, that please allow me to be the strength and the voice for this, so that we can put it in the fucking coffin, you know? Little did I know that things would lead up to the events of Earth now that the way they are. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna leave it there for now. Like I said, these secret societies, the Vatican, the government, the CIA, the FBI, my family, and my ex's family have all had a part in this, and I need to express this truth. But there's about 37 years of abuse that I don't know where to start with, and what I can say is right now, I'm tired, and I'm sick of running from the fucking shadow of this world, which is the darkness. I'm tired of it. I can't be keeping this stuff in myself anymore, because there are other people that are suffering on this planet. And if this becomes now not just about me, but about the many people that are still suffering in this very paradigm, which is sex trafficking, which is manipulation, which is controlling of other people for selfish gain, sexual things, you know, of children, and just literally the way that this whole matrix has been hijacked. And again,